On this edition of Live with Carisha, she's in the studio with legendary producer, rapper, actor, and executive, Kia Shine. Get your snacks, sit back, and tap in to Live with Carisha.
That great China wall, I spend a G on the hood. I got them Europe denims that come in the bucket. I don't care, it's in my budget. I really think you're hating if you say I'm not fly. I'm extra crispy like a two-piece. Out of Popeye.
I'm so crispy, I'm so crispy. My jeans 900, shoes 850. I'm so crispy.
Welcome back to another episode of Live with Carisha in 2023. It's a new year. We made it. I'm here with my first guest of the year, the infamous Kia Shine. How are you?
How you doing, Twin?
I'm fabulous.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm good. Congratulations to you and everything you got going on.
Oh man, God is the greatest.
He is.
He's the
he
greatest.
is. Yes.
It's all him.
Yes.
You know
Shout out to Memphis.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a must.
Wow, like
Yeah.
you guys have surpassed.
Nah, definitely Memphis has always been and will always be the backbone of, like, you know, soul and music.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been there. Before me and you were here, and even after we gone, it's like, you know, that the sound, the era, that particular that demographic, our demographic from Mississippi to the blues to rock and roll, all of it like kind of started out there. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
So it's like you know, it's just dope to see now that it's trickled down to hip hop.
Yes.
Because Memphis fingerprint has been on so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's been throughout the years. It's just a culmination of so much of the hip hop right now and the rap, like, taking over. But like, yeah, we everywhere right now.
I feel knowing that Memphis is like getting their flowers in the hip hop.
I love it.
Because
Listen,
Memphis rappers.
I remember going to in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running around New York trying to get a deal from my label Rap Hustlers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pushing, you know, Yo Gotti, Skinny Pimp,
Right.
you know, and it was like there's only a few labels that were in the New York that would even really tap in with the Southern sound during that time.
Oh.
Universal, TVT were the only ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, I'm running around there with that Yo, you know, and with Gotti and there's music, there's Drummer Boy beats, you know what I mean?
Shout out Drummer Boy.
He was my producer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and just seeing how where is that now,
Right.
to where, like, you know, so many Memphis artists and producers are, you know, cultivating the sound that is today.
Right.
Yeah, it's just dope, man. But it's also to me, it's like, okay, it's the connection between being consistent, being persistent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
being consistent and persistent breaks down any resistance. So just that consistent coming. You know what I mean? So, and that's what Memphis has been doing. And now it's like, yeah, now we're here.
We're here. What was it
You know?
like growing up? What was it like back in the day as a kid? Like, what did y'all do for fun? You know, in Philly, we was playing basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for us, of course, hooping, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, for me, like, you know, everybody, you know, you wanted to hoop or you wanted to rap, you know what I mean, and or you play football or whatever. I did all that, you know what I mean. So,
Okay.
you know, but it just Memphis ain't, you know, just like Philly, it's just hard or a rough city, a soulful city, because Philly got a lot of soul too.
Yes.
But you know, it's just like and been having it too from back in the day. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like. It's just a soulful, a prideful city, a city that people are proud that they from there. Like, you know what I mean? Even though, you know, I always tell people, like, I love my city, I love my state, but to get through the love, you got to get to the love.
Right.
You got to get through the hate.
Right.
And the hate lives there in Memphis too. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like
You got to get through it.
You got to get through it because it lives there. It trains you. It trains you to go other places to be able to deal with other
When you say
races.
hate, what you mean, like a crab mentality? Like, what do you mean?
I mean, it's like the hate, like, you know, hate itself, that energy, like, it lives there. It's been there since prior to, okay, Martin Luther King was slain right there.
Oh, he was.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that hate, that
Right.
generational hate has been passed down too. Just like that generational music has been passed down. You know what I mean? That's our thing. What we get from our city, like, you know, barbecue and music. That's what we do.
For all the new fans that's tapping in with you, kind of break down like your reign in the industry overall.
Yeah, I feel like my fingerprint is on a lot of things in music.
It is.
And I think, like, okay, so when I started, it was me being a CEO, signing artists from Memphis that had a buzz and that was doing their thing, and was me being able to, well, even before that, was me selling beats. Like, I started selling Drummer Boy's beats. That's how I started making money. Chris was in high school. Shout out Drum Boy. Had hard beats. I could hear that he had some shit. I flew to New York and made some rounds. Ended up selling some beats. Ended up making, this one A&R was paying me like $5,000 for a beat. I ain't know how to turn the drum machine on. $5,000. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna go back and get more beats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew what was sell. I just kind of knew what would work. So it's like I would go get beats from Drum and other producers from Memphis. I would go up to New York. I would sell them. That's when I started Rap Hustlers, because that's what I feel like I was doing. Just
shout out to Rap Hustlers.
You know what I mean? I ended up hooking up with DNY and Siobhan over there, Rough Riders. I got a song deal with those guys over there for like 10 beats, and they put it on paper. I was able to take that paperwork, go to New York. Went to LA and got a pub deal with their paperwork. You know what I mean? Because Rough Rider was on fire at the time.
Right.
And I was able to get a pub deal for my production company or whatever. And I took that money and signed Yo Gotti, and I did a deal with Yo Gotti, Skinny Pimp, Gangsta Black, Lil Chad, a lot of artists that were from Memphis.
What year was this?
Oh, this is like from 2000.
The track record is long.
This going from this art. I've been getting money a long time. I've been blessed a long time. But like 2000 and like my real first money, like the first 6-figure check was like in 2001.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
that was for making beats.
That was like for publishing deals for the beats that I was selling and shit like that. Okay, bam. Took that money, started my label, came back and did a deal with Gotti, Skinny Pimp, Gangsta Black. All these artists were people that were popping in Memphis. Like, okay, Skinny Black was Ludacris' character in the movie Hustle and Flow.
Okay.
Skinny Black is Skinny Pimp, Gangsta Black. You know what I mean? And that movie was written about those particular artists that I had signed in real life.
Right.
That I put out albums on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had a distribution deal through TVT Records, who Lil Jon was going through when Yin Yang Twins at the time.
Okay.
So and I put out Yo Gotti's Life album that I still own, and it streams very well to this day, on all platforms. But it's like we had Lil Jon on it, Lil Flip. It was a dope album. But anyway, like, I was distributing that music as a CEO, and I would rap on my artist music as well, and I would co-produce it and do that thing. So I was kind of like, the P. Diddy or Baby or Slim.
P. Diddy of Memphis?
That's what I was doing, you know what I mean, at the time. And then, and I would feature on the music. I got a deal with TVT, but I was straight distribution though. So I was like, I had my own tour bus and had it wrapped. And, this is the 2002 to 2005 era. Okay. Then, you know what I mean? Everybody kind of went their separate ways of the artists that I was messing with at the time, and then I got my own deal as a solo artist.
With Crispy?
You know what I'm saying? With So Crispy. That's when I signed with Universal Motown and Sylvia Rome.
Okay.
And I did a great deal, because you gotta understand, I had a distribution deal for 5 years as a CEO before I even came out as a rapper.
Okay, now break that down. A distribution deal as a CEO.
I had a distribution deal with TVT Records from 2002 to 2005. So where I put out Lil Chat, Skinny Pimp, Yo Gotti, all these products that I was putting out, these artists that were popping in Memphis at the time. This is before Gotti was signed to, L.A. Reid or Jay-Z, Rock Nation and all that.
Okay.
So it's like, but Gotti been called. He been about a hustle. He been at it. But it's like, God bless me to be able to be there, to be able to hear it.
Right.
To be near it, to be able to hear it, to be able to work it, and be able to do my thing with Drummer Boy, with Gotti, and with these greats like Lil Chad and Gangsta Black, these guys that are big in my area from where I'm from.
Right.
So that those things kind of like solidified me as far as my hustle in Memphis, and me being able to produce, and that's how I started. But then after all that, I became an artist and put out my own album through Universal Motown with Sylvia Rome, and that's when it's So Crispy and all that, the whole swag, drip music or whatever.
I like So Crispy.
Yeah, that's the drip.
Fun.
Yeah, that's drip music, swag music. Like, my music was about being fresh, being fly, like, Trap or Die.
But it was still positive.
Yeah, that's where I am today. Like,
yeah.
that's my vibe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm cool being in my own lane of music, feel good music that that you can vibe to. So got that deal, and then that's when my the checking my fresh and all that fresh music that I was doing. I had a cool run doing that, and then I kind of fell back because my mom and my dad passed away to cancer.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But that's when I got on the writing vibes or whatever, and then that's how I got the Best I Ever Had credit, and Seal was placing beats or whatever and stuff too, producing for Wayne and different artists like that. So, you know what I mean? Just been able to just be on and off the mic. God bless me, on the mic and off the mic. Some seasons I'm meant to be in front of the mic. Some seasons I'm meant to be, behind the grind.
What's your biggest passion?
Right now is it's like, honestly, like,
You've got a lot of hats right now.
My passion is for this film and television.
Okay.
Because it's like, it's a new game. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's a creative, but it's like, it's a new hustle. And I've been like on it since like you know, my first pilot I got was like in 2014, and then I got the first episode with my first booking was with Atlanta when I acted opposite Donald Glover in season 2 of Atlanta. So it's like, you know, and being there and doing a scene with him, and then like just, you know, just working with Gambino, somebody I respect.
Right.
A lot of game. You know, he gave me a lot of game on that set. So I just been doing these different, you know, bookings or whatever, getting all this game on this film and television thing, like from Star on Fox with Queen Latifah and Brandy. I got a chance to work with them. Mario Van Peebles was my director.
I love Mario.
You know what I mean?
A goat.
A goat. You know what I mean? I got a chance to work with him in season 3 of on Star on Fox or whatever. I played Leon on that series, and then like, I did like what I do. I did Greenleaf. I've done Saints and Sinners this past season.
What's the wildest thing that happened on set?
Just like, to me, just like really the wild thing that happened to me on set was like when you get killed, like on set, like, you know what I mean, and like when that blood, like how that situation happened, like when you, like me, I'm spiritual, so it's like, you know what I'm saying, like somebody killing you on set, it's better than being dying in real life. You know what I'm saying, I can respond. But it's like when they really shoot you in real life, on camera, when you're doing it, like it's just like this blood gonna pop in you, like, so it's like it really feel real, like pow, and you should fall in your face and all that, you know what I mean? But yeah, that was cool. You know what I mean? There's one scene in Star, right, where if you go back and watch season 3, Star, y'all go watch this. So I'm playing this pimp, right? You know what I mean?
Not
you know,
a pimp.
Oh, I'm playing Leon. Leon's a pimp. My wife hated this character. So I grab this girl and I'm grabbing her and I throw her. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we doing the scene and I throw her, and I was like, you know, in my mind, I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I done threw this girl, but I'm still in role. So, bam, she fall, you know what I'm saying? And the camera's rolling, you know what I mean? So then we get through, and it's like, cut. And I'm like, man, I'm thinking, like, man, they folks finna send me to jail. I threw this girl down.
Was she okay?
They was like, great job. That was so real. I was like, oh, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah.
Who was your most memorable artist to work with in Memphis of all time?
Man, wow. I mean, I gotta say, like, okay, I think, like, definitely, man, like, me and Yo did some real dope music together, and when you look back at it now, and it's like, damn, like, you know, you didn't realize what, you know, we were just trying to, you know, get on from the city, so being able to see some of the music we did back then, it just still plays to this day, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this is some dope. He was definitely one of the biggest ones, but, you know, of course, you know, I don't know, man, it's like, but it's so many greats in Memphis, though. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I grew up listening to, like, you know, like Skinny Pimp and you know what I mean, those individuals. So to be able to work with them or whatever, like, was like big, because it's like this is where a lot of the stuff is sampled from. You know what I mean? So, but I don't know. I think really, honestly, David Porter though. David Porter wrote "I'm a Soul Man." He's the OG. He wrote all that stuff for Isaac Hayes and all that. Like, he wrote all that.
Research. I gotta check him out.
And like being able to vibe with him, and that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, Dolph, of course. Obviously. I feel like Dolph, like, you know what I mean? Dolph was, you know, I got a record with him called You Could Tell that we did back in 2017, and he just like Dolph was a real one. You know what I mean? Like, he
touched so many people.
He was a real dude. Like, you know what I mean? He was a giver too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
What's a good memory you have of him?
Being of him. This is a dope memory. It's a dope story. It's we're at Street Execs, and Street Execs, this is before Bankroll passed. Okay. So this is like when Street Execs really, like, as far as the studio itself, really had a great vibe, and I was in the jump working a whole lot over there during that time. And so it was like we all shooting ball outside. Everybody breaking from the studio. So it was Dolph out there. I think he had just bought a new Porsche. He had something he had just bought. He's sitting out there. Bankroll sitting out there, and if you know Bankroll, he's all over the place when you see him. He just moving around or whatever and shit. He, like, you know, and it's like we were all out there just vibing, and it was just one of the moments where I just look, and it was just like, you know, we all niggas shooting, you know, $100 shots for the games or whatever we were shooting at the time, like, you know what I mean, like. And then it was just dope. It was just like one of the moments,
the
like,
energy
just
was on point.
Dope energy or whatever
good
and stuff, man. Good vibe, like, you know what I mean. You know, I made some money out there that day. And, you know,
money is always
I definitely
good.
dropped that left on them. You know what I mean? But it was just, you know, just dope. I just remember that energy. Like, it was just.
I always have fun at Street Execs.
Yeah, it's good vibes.
It's a great studio.
Man, I was so sad when Bankroll left. Because me and Bankroll, we had a record together too, and like, he was somebody that was like a fan of Kia Shine Do Season, like, you know what I mean, on my album and all that, like, so. You know, he was a good dude. Rest in peace, Bankroll, man. And Dolph, man.
Yeah,
both
absolutely.
of them, man. Like, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So congratulations on. I noticed when I did my research on you that you won an award with the Southern Entertainment Awards.
Yeah.
And you don't really see that in people's bio. Like
Yeah,
the smaller platforms, awards platforms. Like how important is that?
I mean, I think like it's
culture?
anytime you somebody like whether I got nominated for a Grammy with that best I ever had. Like, but at the same time, like like for anybody to acknowledge anything that you do, like Southern Entertainment Awards, that was a cool setup, and they still rocking to this day. You know what I mean? It's just cool to be able to see that they recognized me for what I was doing at the time. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I appreciate any type of accolade or attribute for anything that I'm doing, man. It's a blessing, you know what I'm saying?
So I did some research. One of your singles got used for a game or something?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? This tech game, like, you know what I mean? Like, because at the time, I'm speaking about Bluetooth, everything in your house, and this going with that and all that or whatever, but I seen where it was going, so, like, that song was held in the tech community or whatever. It brings me back to this day for that. But the video game you think you're talking about is me being a voiceover character for Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, I'm a character on that game is what that is on Red Dead Redemption 2. Artist.
Who are you listening to right now that might not be well known but still doing a thing and have really good music?
Man, like
who's your top three? I know you.
Man, that's okay. That's a good question. Okay, like there is. I feel like my gosh, I love Simba. You know what I mean? I think Simba is like super dope. I've been messing with him since he was like back in 14. Like, you know what I mean? So I put him with Nipsey Hussle or whatever. Like way back.
We gotta
in the
check
day.
him out ASAP.
So Simba is somebody that's super hard. Like he from the Bay Area or whatever. But his spit game is like incredible. You know what I'm saying? Like he's super dope. There's a cat out of Memphis. Cutthroat, Cool Courtney, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, he was the dude that kind of started the whole. I saw him do it. This whole wave of like the skinnies and this little Uzi Vert wave or whatever. Like dude was out there a long time doing a lot of things that I seen first, and a lot of people. You get people who don't get a chance to get they blow up and get their thing, and you get people kind of see what they do when they kind of take it and run off or whatever and stuff. I see that happen to a lot of young artists, and if this happening to you, man, just keep going. Just let it know that, hey, it's people thinking just like you. Don't stop, though. You know what I mean? But it get frustrating because a lot of people who have more audience will come and take from individuals who they think don't have the reach or whatever, and they'll take their music or take their vibe or something they do and make it their own. You know what I mean? And move on or whatever and stuff, and I'll pull up the other people behind them. It's crazy. Another chick I vibe to was AR Mermaid too, but she just got signed for 300 now. Okay. But her voice is crazy to me. Like she got a dope voice, and of course I got some records we produce on her too. But she got a dope voice. Like so, those are just like three that you know what I mean that I'm vibing to right now. Independent Johnson, you know what I'm saying?
So I like everybody sleeping on me will wake up working for me.
That's true.
Iconic.
Yep, I will fire you. I will hire you. You know what I'm saying?
This guy.
Immediately, yes.
Immediately, yes.
Immediately, yes.
Period.
Nah, that's just. I think that's your motto. That's just my motto. I follow. That's it. Like you know what I mean. You sleep on me.
Do you feel like you've been getting your flowers though for all that you've done?
Listen. I just say this, man. Like 23, you gonna see plenty of me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like and I got it's more work to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's just more work to be done. It's just so much more work to be done. Like you know what I mean? And there's so many things that are on the way. That I think I just don't want no dead roses. You know what I'm saying? Like just
celebrate you while you're here.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the dead roses, man. Like I just because by the time you celebrate the other win or that W or the W's that happen that y'all don't know nothing about, you know what I mean? The publishing wins or the things that I go do to keep everything going and flowing for my family or whatever. Like the mailbox money, I don't really like. I love that people don't know all the way. I think it's great. I think it's cool you underestimate, you know what I'm saying? Because when, it's like when you underestimate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be able to come and educate, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like it's cool if you don't know everything. I don't feel like I got to come out here and say, hey, man, I'm doing, hey, I don't, it ain't necessary. The work going to speak. And if you go do like someone like you did and do the research and you look at it and you see it and you see the credits and you see it's like, I don't do it for applause. I do it for the
after milestone.
I don't do it for applause though. I do it for because.
No, I'm sitting with you. I'm like, yeah.
It's like it ain't. I'm an industry. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I do every day is get up and wish where you got me going today. What I need to be doing today. Because man, y'all already know yesterday's prices is yesterday's prices. Yesterday's money ain't gonna take care of everything that's for the day. So it's like we gotta continue to keep moving forward. Right. Just being stuck and being yesterday. what I already did, I already done that. You know what I mean? So it's like moving ahead. Like, you know what I mean? What can I? Because if you ain't growing, you dying.
Right.
Anything that's not growing is dying. So it's like I want to keep growing.
So you always want to keep growing.
Yeah, I want to keep growing, learn something. I ain't ready to go yet. I want to be here till I want to have grandkids. I want to be here till I'm 100.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be here. I want to live. You know what I'm saying? So that's like I do things with my body and what I eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a reason why Tom Brady can still play. He's 47, and LeBron can still play. Because they take care of what they put inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, there's no chicken in my kitchen, no pork on my fork, no beef between my teeth, no fish on my dish. You know, it's vegetarian for the last 21. I'm plant-based.
Oh,
you know
vegetarian, no meat
none
whatsoever?
Nothing.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I mean? And that's like, it's just like my temple. You know what I'm saying? Being able to just like, you know, being able to vibe with my tribe and be alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to live. So it's like my flowers. Even if you give me some flowers, man, like as soon as you cut them flowers out and you give them to somebody, you know what? When you put them in them flowers in water, what the flowers gonna do? They gonna start dying.
They're dying.
Keep the dead roses, man. I'm trying to move ahead. Like let's figure out what we gonna do next. You know,
right.
there are more things to be able to do. New checks, new money. We in a new year. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do. You know, I got Autism Advocates is my nonprofit that my wife just got.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that and the Dear Father's Night.
Yeah. Listen, man.
The positive stuff.
Listen, that's one thing that I'm going super hard with. Like, if I feel like if I can go hard with music and put out music or go hard with beats and all this stuff, whatever, I need to make time to go hard on giving.
What exactly
is
the Dear Fathers?
Dear Fathers is what that is like. It's like all the black fathers, and it could be other races too.
Okay.
But it was started by black fathers, and basically what it is started from Instagram that just celebrated fathers. You know what I mean? Just the fathers that was taking care of their business and doing what they doing. And I did a podcast with these guys, and just like we had a good vibe. And then they, you know, we talked about some stuff, and then they with the NBA got the activations going in Atlanta, and now they doing it in Memphis, and they also doing it. And we got it going in Golden State too. Is doing one out there as well. So I'm seeing it grow. But like I said, it's just being able to be here and be able to be near. For me in my life, a lot of times that's the blessing.
Right.
It's just being able to be right there. I'm right next to you. You getting ready to be the next thing about Atlanta on that media side. Okay, I'm next to you, so therefore I have a relationship with you. And then whatever I can do to be able to assist you on your way, on your path, it may be something I say to you, maybe a plug, a contact. Bam, they help lift you up. Bam, you moving on up. I'm moving up. So then we riding together. Like, I feel like that's what the Dear Fathers is like. That somebody that I seen that was popping, moving on up, and we like, let's take it to Memphis. So we're gonna just us, NLE Chopper, Brevin Knight, a few of the other astute fathers in Memphis, gonna just have a conversation before the game, before the game, just to be able to talk about, you know, just the vibe, just to be able to get a conversation going. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on in Memphis. You know, you saw the cops that killed the young boy Tyree, man, just horrible. Jesus. So it's like, you know, it's just being able to tap into the fathers, being able to be some light, be the light. You know what I mean? Because people need to see the light out here. So just doing some activations that allow me to be able to do that.
And then fathers could come out with their sons.
Fathers come out with their sons. Come out on January 29th. Playing against Indiana Pacers. So you come, your ticket get you automatically into the actual panel, and then we have a 5 o'clock happy hour that I'm gonna be hosting, and I'm gonna be in that vibe, and sponsored by Michelob Ultra. And then we're gonna watch the game. You know what I mean?
Brilliant. It brings a father with the son together.
Just father and son together, man. Sports, watch the game. I'm bringing my sons up. You know what I mean? And we're gonna kick it. My son Love in the lead shop, and my boy Jackson. So just man, being a light, man. Like,
how
you know
important
what I mean?
is that to highlight like positivity in our community? Man,
you got to, because the negative news travel faster than anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could put a post out telling you, man, hey, look, man, if you listen to this post, it's positive, but I got the money for you, I got all this over here, just listen to this. But I'm telling you it's positive. That post ain't gonna get no love. But if I come out and say, bitch ass nigga, I killed that nigga over there around the corner, and these niggas playing over here, and he an op, and he snitched on him, immediately. It's so crazy, like, okay, say Cheese or No Jumper or Vlad. Man, if I say Vlad, Autism Advocates going on, man, let's go ahead and post some of these Dear Fathers, this vibe, man. That's going to be a cost.
Right.
You know what I mean? But these individuals, somebody fed from the feds that this dude was really, he was in 23-1, he wasn't in the field with everybody, he was locked up. And somebody said Boosie was. Okay, they're gonna immediately be on No Jumper or on Vlad just because they're spitting some bullshit. You know what I mean? This is the stuff that's going to immediately be no cost immediately. You know what I mean? But you get something positive and try to put something positive out there. Man,
but it can't always be like that. It can't always be the machine pushing the dark side of our community.
And then it's crazy. It says spiritual weakness is in high places. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that stuff happens though. It's like I see it every day, man. I see like if you call these now, like I said, World Star is doing some cool things. I see they're going towards the positive and bringing and doing some vibes. I like the way they're trying to go with it, and they're reaching out. They're doing some things to give light to some positive things. I just think like some of the individuals, because everybody get their news from their phone and on the gram. I just think it'd be dope if individuals just like, okay, man, damn, here go this rapper or his artist that you know of who's trying to push awareness on autism. Man, maybe Shade Room put something like that out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of just it got to be the BS or okay.
But again, that goes on to you talking to the people on your end, the higher end, me talking to the influencers, and the meetup. We all have to come together and push for a better
It's got to be able to push a positive situation because the individuals that are watching this, it's like I don't know, man. I just think like okay, bam, it's cool. I'll give you another example. And like I said, I speak what I feel, I eat what I kill. So you know, you don't like it, it don't really make a difference to me. But like, okay, so if what Carisha say about what she do, you know, with her sex life, bam, she come out and she put that out immediately. Okay, how many young queens listening to that? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna feel like that's normalized.
Right.
You know what I mean? We desensitize a lot of things with what we showing, what we allow to be seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you desensitizing our kids like that, and they come up like that, it be a wonder why they move so fast or they get something so quick. It's different. You know what I mean? So you gotta look at it like you may get a lot of likes and views, but you're gonna lose respect. And
you have to know how to draw the line.
You know what I'm saying? No. And you got something ain't meant to be talked about.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you ain't gotta let everybody know everything. You gotta go to Vlad, talk about what you did or so and so, knowing that these folk gonna be able to take this and be able to use this against you.
Right. So before we go into hot seat questions, I know you said you were working with Glo, and congratulations again. Like, yeah. Love her to death.
I love her too.
How long have you been watching her come up?
Man, listen.
Memphis.
Listen, when Hit Kid met with me in the same studio we at right now, Tree Sound Studios, played me all the stuff. I was doing a lot of deals with Sony on the music publishing side. He brought me the stuff and was playing me all the girls he's working with and all that or whatever, and I thought it was dope. You know what I mean? But Sony didn't want to push the trigger at that time. But he shout out to Hit Kid because he signed to Sony now. But it just goes to show you, like, you know what I mean? Somebody might sleep on you, but they'll wake up working for you later on. But at the end of the day, it's like he played it, and I've been hip to what she was doing and just following it, like, you know what I'm saying? And just like, you know, and I just reached out immediately. Like, I'm like, man, like, you know, whatever I can do to be able to tap in.
That's real.
And she was some real people in our corner, you know what I mean? And they came through here last summer, and we put one down right in here, and you know, and ended up making an album. And I just seen how fast God been moving in her life. Man, it's just,
why do you feel like the whole world is like, they love her?
Man, she got favor on her.
So lastly, what's your personal biggest accomplishment beyond the music?
Oh man, I always say my next move, my best move. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, man, I can't. You know, the thing that's my biggest accomplishment is God giving me my family, my kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing. That's unconditional. I have unconditional love. You know what I mean? So regardless of whatever.
You're married, right?
Yeah, I've been married 20 years. This is the wedding ring. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful.
Thank you. But I've been married. We've been together since 2002.
They say married men are the most blessed.
You know what I mean? What you obtain favor when you marry your queen, your true wife. It said that in the word as well.
We're gonna go in the hot seat question and
close
it out.
Let's come on and do it.
Have you been to? You never been to the hot seat?
No, I never been to the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? I go to the sauna though. Is it like that? All right.
Kinda. It's not too spicy.
All right.
Hot seat questions with Kia Shine. Can you swim?
Yeah, I can definitely swim.
What's your secret fetish? You cannot plead the fifth in the hot seat. Let me throw that in there.
You can't?
You cannot plead the fifth.
My secret fetish? Man. All right. I don't know if it's a secret, but I mean, shoes is definitely a fetish. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, like, yeah, shoes. You know what I mean?
Okay. Which celebrity couple would you live with for a year?
Never no one on. Never one. Never ever no one on. No.
Would you rather do ecstasy with Prince or shrooms with David Ruffin?
Well, I'm gonna say this. Okay. I'll probably do shrooms with David Ruffin. You know what I mean? Because I met Prince before.
Really?
In real life.
What was that like?
Man, listen, in Seattle, 2012, I think it was, a friend of mine said we going to a Prince after party. Went to the after party. I thought it was going to just be an after party for the concert. Listen, I'm chilling back there. Beast Mode was still playing for Seattle during the time. Bam. Next thing you know, little dude walked through the door, man. Little short dude came through, man. What's up? He said, and he coming through. He said, what's up now? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he it sounded like one of them, like a player, like, you know what I'm saying? And I like, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? Like that. And he came on through. He get on stage and play every instrument. NDRE was there too. I did a song with NDRE.
I love her.
That next night, I did a song with her called "The Ugly Truth." Crazy. Anyway, he did play every instrument on stage. I'm sitting right, like, he's where that camera is at.
Okay.
He playing every instrument, you know what I mean, on that stage.
He was an artist.
I'm talking about every one.
Then
this one girl came through the crowd, right? And she was getting ushered by security. And she was definitely a 10. And she coming on in, she making a beeline to the backstage. Soon as she get backstage and come back here, bam, show's over. Prince immediately with her, gone. I was like, it's for real. Prince a player for real. Prince a real player. I was like, she looked like the brand new Apollonia coming through. I saw the whole play. He was playing, he was doing his vibe, nigga looked up, bam. And you know, they over the little DJ booth chilling the whole night. And that was when I met Prince.
Iconic. I love it. Man. Who had the best Super Bowl performance of all time?
Super Bowl? Man, Dre. Dre and Snoop, man, period.
Hardest drug you ever did?
I'm plant-based, so I don't do hard drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, no fake perps, no fen, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that.
Which rapper could make a good president?
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, honestly, man, I can see Jay-Z doing it.
Period.
I can see Jay-Z doing the president thing. I ain't gonna lie. Jay could probably do it. He could probably do it.
Top 3 hood movies of all time.
Menace Society. 5 Heartbeats. Life, Eddie Murphy, and that's the Life definitely. That's classic.
I just watched it the other day.
Yeah.
Name a beer your uncle would drink.
My uncle. Yeah. Oh, English.
What's no facts. You're right.
OE off the wall.
OE.
Oh,
that natty.
Kia, give me some of that. You got some OE. I need it. Go to the stove.
What must a woman always keep up with?
Hygiene.
Where's the worst place to get into a fight?
In New York. In New York.
What's the perfect gift for a man to get on Valentine's Day?
A perfect gift for a man to get on Valentine's Day? Head.
Okay. How do you keep a relationship spicy?
Head.
Who and what was the last person you cooked for?
My wife.
Are you down with?
Kids.
Oh, what you cook? What you make?
I made vegan we call them daddy burgers or whatever. When I make my Impossible burgers and I season them a certain way.
I know they probably taste
mushrooms
amazing.
and everything with it, whatever.
Stop, I'm hungry.
They're fire.
That's
I'm a great cook.
I know you are.
Yeah.
And it's vegan too. It's safe for your body.
For sure.
Are you done with golden showers?
Excuse me? I'm sorry. That's how you said it. Am I what?
Are you done with golden showers?
Oh no. My daughter's name is Golden, and I don't even give her a shower. How am I gonna do all that? So I don't even play no games. None of that,
he said what he said.
No.
And lastly, tell us you're from Memphis without telling us you're from Memphis.
You did. What's up, man? Yeah, man. What's up, man?
Period. Where can they follow you online if they hide under a rock?
Man, listen, man. Get you some Wi-Fi and follow coffeewithkinfolk.com. Coffeewithkinfolk.com. KOFFEEKINFOLK.com. That's my real estate online. Now you can go to Instagram and follow all that, but go to my real estate. Coffeewithkinfolk.com. Get you some merch. You know what I mean? Get you some mugs and show some love.
Kane Kinfolk checking in. Our first interview of the year. Follow
it was
him
a good one too,
it
right?
Was
I think it was good vibes, right?
Great vibes.
Good vibes, man.
Follow him everywhere. You know where to follow me at Carisha Diva. Everyone at home, stay fabulous, stay blessed. Peace.